Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be going through and ranking the best cards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM here on this tier list. I've got nearly 70 of the best cards in the game to go through and rank here today in this video. And before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's start off this list. So we will start with the first card on the list, which is a brand new card, Larry Bird, and a very good new card as well. He is a 6'9" shooting guard with a great jump shot, great sigs besides his dribble style. Well, his push cross is good besides his burst, I should say. But besides the burst, this card's a stud. He's legitimately really good. He's one of the better shooting guards in the game. I think he's A tier. Peja doesn't have a ton of shot creation, but he's 6'10" with a nice jumper and elite level defense, as well as a great slasher. Really useful card, but this is one of the deepest lists in the game. I think he's C tier. MJ, one of the better point guards in the game. We're gonna go A tier. I don't think he's S anymore. He might even not even be A, to be honest. Like this list is so loaded in general. I think MJ's got to go A tier realistically. Dikembe also going to go A tier. He's probably the best dark matter on the list realistically. He's, in my opinion, the best dark matter card in the game right now. I absolutely love this card. I think he's absolutely elite and does a ton of things really, really well. So big fan of Dikembe with his incredible jumper and all that. Vince Carter, probably one of the worst 100 overalls in this list. I don't think he's D tier, but I do think he's C tier. His jumper's nice, but it is a little inconsistent. He doesn't have much in the way of shot creation. I don't love the dribble style with that Fox dribble style again. I know he's 100 overall, but he is one of the worst ones. I think he's only C tier. Obviously, LeBron's going to go S tier. One of the two best point guards in the game. Incredible card. Absolutely dominant. S tier for sure. Devin Booker is B tier at best. Jumper's nice. Fade is nice. Slashing's nice. Stat and badges are nice. His escape behind the back could use some work though. Wemby also going to go B tier at this point. The speed is the deficiency. If he is uber badged, he's probably A tier. I don't think he's S tier even anymore, even if he is fully badged, because there are some bigs that are definitely better. But I do think he's B tier, and I think he's very, very good. Luka Doncic, same as Vince, one of the worst 100 overalls. Stat and badge wise, he's awesome. Jumper's nice, but doesn't have a good fade and also doesn't have very good sigs. Limitations are certainly there for that card. Chet Holmgren, great shooter, but I do think he's a bit limited as a all-around like offensive card with a jumper that's a little meh. Defensively, he gets really nice animations. I do like the card a lot, but I also still think he's C tier at this point on a list this loaded. Jokic's best point guard in the game, one of the 2 or 3 best cards in the game. A 7-footer with perfect sigs at point guard is just something you can't really match. And yes, I know he's 6'11". It's the same thing. The card is dominant. He's S tier. Kareem, I'm giving Kareem B tier. I think he's still great. I don't think he's as good as Dikembe is, but I do think he's a very good card, and I do think he does deserve to be in the B tier at least. He's a super solid option, and his size and speed and athleticism is really nice, and he is a good shooter too. Yao's S tier, obviously one of the 2 best big men in the game. 7'6", 99 speed. He's got a good jump shot. He's just a glitch. He's an incredible card. David Robinson, C at best. I mean, again, him and Chet, I think that's probably the right spot for them. I don't think I can go higher than C tier. I haven't put a D tier card on this list yet. I got to look through. Some of these guys are going to have to go in the D tier, and I don't know who, to be honest. Might be a couple 100 overalls, actually. Like Patrick Ewing, his jumper's atrocious. I'm actually putting Patrick Ewing in D tier. I actually think he's our first D tier card. Despite being 100 overall, the jumper is bad. This is the best, like, 68 cards in the game. So saying that you're like 60th out of 68 really isn't that bad, in my personal opinion. Karl Malone, call it judgment, bias against Karl Malone. His jumper's not that great. I don't think the card is that dominant. I'd rather run Peja, and it's Karl Malone. D tier. Kevin Durant, best shooting guard in the game. Card is absolutely incredible. Perfect card, basically. He's a monster, no doubt about it. That's an S tier card for sure. Kawhi, we'll go B tier for Kawhi. I like him more than Vince, that's for sure. Is he better than Peja? That's closer. I think I prefer him to Peja though, because he's got a little more movement. Maybe it's just me. I actually do think he's B tier. I'm a fan of Kawhi. I'm going to go low B for Kawhi. I feel like that's fair. He's really, really good. Tim Duncan, he's still a pretty good 100 overall big, but his jumper's not that insane. He's only 6'11". He doesn't have the top tier movement that his other 100 overall has. The free Tim Duncan, I think, is probably C tier. Like, I'd rather have Kareem. Manu, I like Manu. I think he's C. I think his shot creation is pretty good. I think his defense is pretty good. I think his slashing is pretty good. I think his jumper is good. Like, I think he's a good all-around card, but I'm not sure that I would put him higher than the C tier realistically. D12. I did not like this card's jump shot. He does have Garland dribble style, and I believe he has Francis escape as well. I was not a big fan of him personally when I used him, but I do understand that he is a very, very great athlete, and he's got good movement. I think he's C tier. Draymond, the defense just is great, but the shot creation, the movement isn't there. I'm actually going D tier for Draymond on this list. I did not love this card. I'd rather run Manu and Luka personally. Carmelo, we go B tier for Melo. Good card, not insane. His movement could be a little better. Don't love the dribble style, but he's got great size, nice, fast, smooth jumper. Really solid card for sure. Blake Griffin, A tier. Big fan. Garland dribble style, great release, good movement, great size at his small forward. Good card. I'm a fan. J Kidd, tallest, best 6'4" card in the game for sure. He's really good. I have no issues whatsoever with him as a B tier guy, at least low B. I know he's undersized, but his defense is good and his shot making is incredible. Really good card. Steph, D tier, 6'2" point guard, just isn't gonna cut it. You know what I mean? Plain and simple. It's just the honest truth. He's a great card, and yeah, I think he's got to go in the. I just think the lack of size kills him anyway. Probably put some C tier. Tim Thomas, good card. He's at a position, I did not mean to do that. He's at a position that is pretty loaded at small forward. A lot of good small forwards. He's 6'10" with a pretty good jumper and solid movement and good defense. Not a bad card, but he's at a very loaded position. I think we're gonna go C tier for Tim. I don't love Penny. I prefer J Kidd to Penny. I think Penny's C tier. His fade is not that good. He's big and he's good as a slasher and he's got a decent jump shot, but not an insane jumper. I think Penny's C tier personally. I'm not that big of a fan of him, honestly. Maybe I'm being a little too strict right now. I think Neek is probably C as well, but we have a really big C tier right now. But I think Neek's probably also C tier. He's 6'8", and he's a good slasher. He's obviously a great slasher. He's good defensively, although not jump off the page ridiculously good defensively. Jumper's pretty good. I like Neek. I definitely think he's a good card, but I also think he's probably C tier. I don't think I'd go higher than that. I think SGA is high A. I think he's better than MJ. I think he's one of the best point guards in the game, although there are 3 or 4 that are definitively better than him for sure at this point in the game. So I think SGA at A tier is probably the right spot for him. Andre Kirilenko, love him defensively, love his jump shot. The shot creation offense isn't quite insane, but I do think he's a really good card, one of the better small forwards, especially at the Dark Matter tier. I'm gonna go B tier for him. Clay's gonna get a B tier spot as well. Really good 3 and D. He's just gonna shoot the ball at a high level. He's got great stats and badges. His jumper's nice. His animations are pretty good. He's got Curry escape. He's great defensively. He's a solid card for sure. Castle, another good point guard who feels like he's probably C tier. I'm looking at this list. I think Penny has to go B. I think Penny's the one guy who's probably the best of all these C tier point guards realistically, despite me not absolutely loving him in terms of the jump shot. Because we have a lot of point guards in C tier right now, and I think Castle also has to be C tier. He's got good fade, he's great defensively, he's a good card, but I think he's also C. Wilt, A tier, high A, really great. He is as close to S as you get without being an S tier card. If I only have 10 S tier cards, I'm not certain if Wilt is one of them, and that's the main reason that he's only in A tier, but I do think he's an awesome card. Michael Beasley's gonna go low A. He's my favorite Dark Matter small forward in the game, 100%. His shot creation is awesome. His release is super nice. He's a really good all-around card who I am a big fan of. Chris Bosh, B, yeah, B. Good 100 overall with a solid jump shot and good all-around versatility. Good card, but not insane card. I think B tier is probably fair for Bosch. He's not special. LaMarcus, the size is his biggest value, and it is enough to not put him in D tier. He's better than Karl Malone is, but I don't think in terms of movement or jump shot, he is elite enough to go any higher than C tier, realistically. Chris Webber, I'm still gonna put A tier. Despite the jumper being a little inconsistent, he's 6'10", incredibly switchable, high-level defender. Really good card still. I got no issues at all with him in A tier. Jimmy Buckets, S tier. Probably the third best point guard in the game, I would say. He's very good though. I am a fan of Jimmy Buckets. I think he's really great and another incredible Invincible for sure. Oscar, we gotta have some D tiers on this list, and would I rather have all these point guards? No, I'm going Oscar and low C. Anthony Edwards though, I am putting D. I think Ant is worse than Oscar. He's not as good as movement-wise. I don't think his jumper's as good. 2K did not bless Anthony Edwards as 100 overall. They did not make him good at all. I don't know why. I would have been nice to have him be good, but he's really not. Brandon Roy, he's not as good as any of the shooting guards in the C tier, but his jumper's nice. He's good defensively. He just doesn't have movement. I'm going Brandon Roy D tier. I'm sorry. Just think he's got to be at this point. Tatum's not quite C D tier, but he is only a 6'8" small forward who doesn't have unbelievable movement. He's got a nice fade and a nice jumper, which helps him, but I still think I'm gonna go C tier. Whereas Worthy is gonna get a D tier spot. Not a big fan of that card at all. Jumper's not that good. He's not special off the dribble. Not a big fan. Luol Deng, good card, same level as AK. He's B tier. Really good card, great defensively, does a lot of things well. Jumper's nice, pretty good movement, solid card. Anthony Davis, I think he's worse than Bosch's, honestly. His shot's not that great. I think this is probably the right spot for him, realistically, is in that C tier. I just am not that big of a fan of that card. Cade is still a good card. He has a nice jump shot. He's a great slasher. He's got a good escape, but 2K doesn't give it. Now he's actually C because of the fade. He doesn't have a fade to either side. They did not soup this card up, and I don't know why. Also has a bad hezzy. Bad hezzy, bad fade is not a good grouping of things that are wrong with him, in all honesty. Dr. J in S tier, obviously, as 100 overall, one of the best 100 or sorry, as an Invincible, one of the best cards in the game. All these Invincible cards are gonna be S tier. Like, it's just a no-brainer right now. Pretty easy choice, I would say, right there. Next up is Scottie Pippen, who is also high A. I'm not going quite S. If I'm only going 10 cards in S, I don't have Wilt in S. I don't have Scottie in S either. Scottie's great. He's 6'8". His jumper's nice. He's a really good card, but I think he's A tier. T-Mac, best shooting guard in the game. It's not an Invincible. I would agree with that. Is he 100 or is he a Invincible, or sorry, a S tier card though? Again, I'm only trying to have 10 in S tier. I don't think T-Mac is, personally. Alex Sarr, same tier as Chet, so that means he's C tier. Just a no-brainer. They're the same card. They really do basically the same thing on the court, so he and Chet are always going to be in the same tier in this type of a list. Clyde, 6'7" point guard with a jumper that, or he's not a point guard. If he was point guard, I'll believe he'd be B. As a shooting guard only, I think he's C. His jumper's not that bad, but it's not amazing either. I think he's a C tier guy. That feels like the right spot for him. Wemby, obviously S tier. He's one of the 2 best cards in the game. Him and Jokic, in my opinion, are the best cards in my team. Insane card, just ridiculous. He's S tier. Paulo's really good at small forward, but I do think I like both Blake and Weber better. I think he's B tier. I think he's high B, but I think he's B tier. I wouldn't go higher than that for Paulo. Reese Shea, I have not used his jumper yet, but on paper, he looks like a B tier card. He looks really good at the point guard position. I haven't actually tried his jumper yet, but if his jumper's nice, he's really good because he does look like he's very, very good 6'10" point guard. So interesting card there. Ben Simmons, I am going to go S tier for Ben Simmons. I do think that he deserves one of those 10 spots. He's I know there's 4 point guards on this list technically that are in S tier with Jokic, LeBron, Jimmy, and Ben, but he is amazing. I think he's better than all the guys in A tier, and I think Ben does get one of those last couple S tier spots. Mark Eaton feels like an A tier to me. No, I have him and Wemby about the same level. I think he's high B. I'm fine with that. Shaq, I am going to go A. He's like a worse Wilt in my opinion, although Wilt is very, very good. So is Shaq. They're very similar. They're both high A, like really, really good cards. Amen Thompson needs a better jumper to be higher than B tier. He's got great movement. His jumper is not bad off the catch and shoot, but off the dribble, it does seem like it gets some decent load ups, which is annoying. He's a good card, but I think B tier is what I'm going to go with for him. James Harden just doesn't have the movement, honestly. Besides the dribble style, his jumper's nice. He's a great slasher, but his movement is very mid besides his dribble style. He's not awesome. I think he's C tier. I'm gonna go Chet in B. Jumper is the same as his dark matter. Now he is better than his dark matter, but not by a wild margin. I think he's a good card, but I think he's B tier. Giannis is obviously S tier. That's a no-brainer. One of the best cards in the game. Again, obvious, easy S tier, incredible option. Dirk, I think he's better than Chet, but not by a significant amount. I do think he's also B tier. Very good card, but not quite to the level of the A tier bigs, in my personal opinion. Josh Giddey, another really good card who probably isn't quite to the level of A tier guys, but he is B tier. 6'8", nice jump shot, well-rounded card, does a lot of things pretty darn well. Definitely a big fan of Josh Giddey. KP is going to go A tier, 7'2" with 99 speed and a great jumper. He's a stud, no doubt about it. I'm actually putting Denny in B tier as well. 6'9", amazing release, and also really good defensively with great size. I think he's an awesome card. I think he's legitimately B tier. Pro Pass Tim Duncan's going to go A tier, not quite S, but he is very close. I think he's awesome. Jumper and SIGs and movement are all amazing. I actually prefer Wilt to him at this point. I'm giving Wilt the last S tier spot. That's what I've decided. Somebody's got to get it from this A tier. I think it's going to be Wilt. That's what I'm going to go with. And then Tim Duncan's going to be high A. And I'm going to put Ben Wallace in the B tier as well. 6'9" with Patty Mills base and an incredible jumper. He is a great card. So with that being said, this is the list. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are on this list. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.